Hey everybody, this is Mike Meeks, also known as the Old Man, and going to start making some of these informational videos. Not so much like a lot of the other guys. I know a lot of guys watch videos because they're worried about what's the hottest bat or exit velo. A lot of them are at fields just watching BP, and yeah, we will probably end up doing a few of those here and there, but mainly what I noticed was about 3 years ago when Austin and I first started playing what we call weekend ball or the more sanctioned ball, that I had a lot of questions because when I grew up playing softball, it was really just more backwoods and league. It was pretty much, common knowledge what to do and how to do it. But nowadays, there's a little few more sanctions. There's more governing bodies. Everybody's got different rules. There's lots of questions. And when we first got, there just wasn't a lot of answers that I was looking for. And I'm one of those that I ask a lot of questions. So what I'm hoping to do with these videos is kind of create the frequently asked questions section for softball in Arkansas. Now, I can't speak for what goes on in other states, in other places of the country, but I just know what happens here in Arkansas. And so these videos are going to help. Even if you've been playing softball for quite a few years, sometimes there's still questions that have never been answered, and we're going to address a lot of those. There's really four areas that I'm going to stay within to talk about on these videos, and they go like this. One, as a player. I'm still a player. I know I'm not getting any younger. I play senior league in Hot Springs. I pick up for co-ed, and a few times last year I stepped in for the weekend team because something happened. And so as a player, I want to be able to answer questions that you'll have throughout the game, a tournament, and a season, what you should know and what I recommend that you are educated on as a player. Last year, I went full in as a coach. I kind of was a hybrid our first year in E as a player coach, and I'm just too ADD. It was easier for me to focus on one or the other. So last year, I decided just to be a coach. And so I'm going to give you tips and tricks and things that I've learned along the way about coaching and the things you should know and that are beneficial for you to know. Even if you're a player coach, just of that coaching side of softball, that I think you should know and will benefit you as the season goes on. The third is for the last 3 seasons in Hot Springs, I've been an umpire. I just thought that, it's still a way to educate people, a part of the game. It's a way to help people understand the rules and sometimes the complexity of softball, even though a lot of times people kind of make fun of it, that it's just a big joke. But a lot of people find that it's fun. It's a hobby, just like people go out and shoot things that have feathers and fur, and they indulge in all that as their hobby. Some people go out and play full-size ping pong. Pickleball is a big deal. This is just a hobby. For a lot of people, take it way too seriously, and we know who they are. But for the most of us, this is just a way to go and have fun and to fellowship and to hang out with people and build friendships, and that's what it's about. But as an umpire, it's nice to know to try to keep the game fair and fluid and keep it going and do your very best. And then the last part is what a lot of people know me for is, the design for jerseys and stuff. And the way that kind of works. And again, yes, I do it, and I would love for you to come buy stuff from me, but I'm not going to be that guy. There are plenty of other options here in Arkansas for you to get jerseys. The way I look at it is you can drive down any street, Main Street in any town, and you've got Burger King, you got Wendy's, you got McDonald's. You have options. And that's the same way here in softball. For Arkansas, you have options. Yes, some people like a different style or a different look, and it's fine. We're not in gangs. No one's going to get their feelings hurt that bad. But, I want you to be educated, not so much about who to buy it from, but what you're looking for and what I think you need as far as, what you play in and how some of it can be beneficial going down the road throughout the season. So speaking of seasons, right now we're in a weird time of season, so I thought this would be a good time to put these videos together. And so right now, the big talk is there's two things going on in Arkansas softball right now, and that is Challenge Cup and the bump list. And those both are having to do with USSSA sanctions. Now, for a lot of you, you don't know what that means. That's just the governing body. So that's the ones, they are the rules, the regulations. When you go and you play and you pay, that's who you're paying and playing with is USSSA. Austin grew up playing a lot of baseball. We call it travel ball, short for U-Trip. And so that's pretty much what's going on right now. Now we've got NCS, which is Kid, and he has been throwing tournaments quite often. He's been a lot more active in this kind of end of the year season, and so there's a lot of people playing Kid. He's NCS. They have their own rules, and then there's always what we call the backwoods, which is down in Hope. You've got some things in Hot Springs. You got some things which are kind of non-sanctioned. They're just kind of like they make up rules, still fair and fun, but there's no real governing body. You just kind of play by the rules as you want. And then at this point, they're starting to be done for the year. But there's one last league that I know of. But leagues are still going on. And again, it's just a way for friends to come together, have fun. I always tell my guys that it's important that they play league because it's kind of like practice, game time practice, and it's a good way to get your swings and practice at the speed of a game. So that's kind of where we're at now. These will be coming at times. We will come live from a field, whether I be an umpire or a coach or just hanging out in between games, and try to give you these tips and tricks because I still hear people that ask a lot of questions, and I see reoccurring questions over and over. And so these videos are going to be hopefully informative and educational, and not so much about gear and a lot of things that are out there, but just from a guy that, and I don't know everything, I still ask questions. You can ask Ken or Joe. I ask a lot of questions, and so hopefully I can relay on the answers that I find out, so then we all are more educated about the game, and that way you're not getting frustrated because you didn't know something. And I see that happen from time to time, especially umpiring these last few seasons, that people just don't understand what something is and why it is. And so that's what these videos are going to be about. So you can hit the like and subscribe, and we hope you follow in. We're going to be trying to do these a couple times a week and keep things up and informative about slow pitch softball here in Arkansas.